All right, let's jump right in. We're going to look at a really cool case study today, all about how tech is solving one of the biggest headaches for restaurant chains. And that headache? It's consistency.
So put yourself in this spot for a second. You're running a franchise. Maybe you've got over 30 outlets scattered all over the country. Now your number one goal, your obsession really, is making sure that a customer in one city gets the exact same amazing experience as a customer 1,000 miles away. But how on earth do you pull that off? How do you actually guarantee it?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? For the franchise we're talking about today, keeping up with their own rules, their standard operating procedures, or SOPs, was turning into a total nightmare. Let's break down why the old way of doing things just wasn't working.
And yeah, this really paints a picture of the old school chaos, doesn't it? I mean, just think about it. You've got these physical audits. They take forever. They cost a ton of money. Plus, the evaluations were all over the place depending on who was doing the audit that day. And trying to track how each employee was actually doing objectively? No way. It was impossible. They were literally drowning in video and feedback data with zero way to analyze it.
So yeah, they were stuck in this logistical nightmare. Something had to change, right? And this is where the story gets really interesting. This is where Innovatics comes into the picture with a game-changing AI-powered solution.
Now, what's so brilliant about this approach is how simple it is. They didn't have to go in and rip out all their old security cameras and start from scratch. Nope, the system uses super advanced machine vision AI and plugs it directly into the surveillance system they already had. It's like giving their existing cameras a brand new, super intelligent brain. Okay, so how does this magic actually work? Well, first, you've got the AI watching the video feeds, right? It's using computer vision to check if employees' actions match the official procedures. But, and this is super cool, it doesn't stop with just video. It also uses something called natural language processing to analyze the audio from customer interactions to make sure the service quality is top-notch. Then, all of this info, video and audio, gets funneled into one single, easy-to-read dashboard. And here's the kicker. If something goes wrong, if an SOP is violated, bam, the manager gets an instant alert right away.
And that leads to one of the biggest wins of the whole system. Think about performance reviews. They're not based on guesswork or some manager's bad mood anymore. Now you have actual photo-based evidence for everything, all linked to a specific employee. This means the evaluations are totally data-driven, they're fair, and they're unbelievably accurate.
All right, the tech is obviously super impressive. But the real question is, did it actually work? What was the impact in the real world? Let's get to the numbers, because honestly, the results speak for themselves.
First off, check this out, a 25% increase in overall SOP compliance. That's not just a little bump, that is a massive jump in consistency across the entire brand. Huge.
And what happens when you get more consistent? Your customers get happier. That's exactly what we see here. A 15% reduction in customer complaints about service. And at the end of the day, isn't that the whole point?
But it wasn't just about making customers happy. The employees, the teams on the ground, they saw a big benefit too. A 20% improvement in their productivity. Because when you get clear, data-driven feedback and training that's actually targeted to what you need, well, you can do your job better. It's that simple.
And the good news just keeps rolling in. As this chart shows, overall operational efficiency went up by 15%. Customer satisfaction scores got a nice 10% bump. And maybe one of the most practical wins for managers, they could respond to problems twice as fast. Think about that. A problem pops up and it gets squashed immediately, not hours or days later.
So, when you put it all together, what do you have? You have a company that went from a complete logistical nightmare to a streamlined, super consistent, data-powered success story. It's a total transformation.
Because in the end, this system wasn't just about catching people breaking rules. Not at all. It was about empowering the entire company, from the top down, with the real-time data they needed to make smarter and faster decisions. It fundamentally changed how they operated.
So, if any of this has you thinking about how a data-driven approach could shake things up for your business, you should definitely check them out. You can find out more at teaminnovatics.com. Thanks so much for tuning into this explainer.